Hello, one and all, and welcome to Horus and Ronin Do a Podcast, Episode 2, Revengeance.
Yeah, this episode we shave a cat.
We shave a cat. What the fuck?
It's hard to do this because my girlfriend's in the other room and she gives me weird looks every time I say something.
Just. She's gonna come in here at some point and be like, hey, I don't mean to bother you, babe, but why are you both talking about overthrowing Israel? Don't worry about it.
All right, halfway there, just gotta stop the funding.
Just gonna. uh, all right. So, if any of you sadists watched the last episode, you will know it was horrifically disjointed and comedic, at the very least. But we have decided to solve that problem with writing shit down. Thousands of years of human evolution, and finally we decided to use the brain cells we've been granted by our forefathers.
Yeah, I cried.
Also, some people politely asked me to have something on screen to enjoy, so you're either going to see a VTuber in a maid costume or like I don't know gameplay of Minecraft or something. So depending on your tastes, either I'm sorry or you're welcome.
Put the Epstein list on there
Yeah.
and just scroll through like a PDF.
Just the entire Epstein list.
Yeah.
Get some conspiracy theories. I don't know.
Why not Tom Hanks is on it?
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, Tom Hanks, Chris Rock, whole bunch of people.
Okay, I'm sorry. I need to look that up real quick. Hold on.
I'm
The
like the
Epstein list.
But yeah, it was quite a few people that were on it that I was a little bit surprised. Kevin Spacey, of course, is on it,
I'm not
but
surprised. Like, here's the thing with Kevin Spacey. It's like he plays the bad guy so well, no one would think he's actually the bad guy. And then it's like,
well, he
ah,
kind of had a no touchy problem in
exactly.
his career. So, and
Jesus
then
Christ. Who the
they
hell
just
wasn't this
waited a
guy
little bit.
connected to?
He was basically everybody's accountant and Funtime Council employee.
Good lord. Man, he was connected to fucking Bin Salman? Jesus.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of state representatives and Dubai representatives on there. So you needed underage Swedish girls. He was your guy to go to.
Jesus Christ. Uh, God damn, that's
We like
unnerving.
to keep the we like to keep it fun here on the channel. Anyway,
Other YouTube channels be like, here's a horror game, call sign Horus. Here's a conspiracy that is actively happening. Good luck sleeping tonight, bitch.
not even a conspiracy. It's the only sex trafficking case where no one else has been trialed for it.
Yeah, didn't Ghislaine Maxwell get like 20 years or something, and that's fucking it?
Yeah, but the only reason why is because she was just a co-conspirator. The person is, as you know, actively rotting. So
Yeah,
if he is dead,
by his own hands, I'm sure.
yeah, 2 shots to the back of the head, suicide.
Yeah, it's wild how he pulled that trigger 6 times. Anyway, getting away from topics that will see me rotting in the same hole as Epstein. I am now on a watch list somewhere. I'm gonna go try and take a trip somewhere, and I'm just gonna get taken by the TSA and never seen again. Well,
Nah, your YouTube channel will just be removed. That's all.
just gets fucking Epstein. Call sign Horus shut down his YouTube channel. Huh.
Wonder how that happened.
Yeah, and funny enough, his body was found strung up in his backyard. Wonder how that happened.
Turns out a dog ate him.
Several dogs with flamethrowers.
Yeah.
All right. God damn it. Uh,
Try and make your job easy, man.
well, I mean, I'm not gonna need a job here real soon. God damn it. All right. Uh, before we go any further, the reason I said last time to go follow Ronin on Instagram is because he posts memes with this level of funny with fucking regularity. So you're missing out if you don't follow him. You know, subscribe. You have a YouTube channel. Subscribe to his
Yeah,
YouTube.
I'm
Subscribe to
able.
my YouTube. Give me money on Patreon. Links in the description. Okay, on to the airsoft topics. Now that we are
Yeah,
certainly going to disappear here in the next month.
yeah. It's winter, so it's the off season, you know.
Okay, we at least have until like March
Yeah, be all right.
for
I've done
now.
this many times.
Pissing off the government is a specialty of ours.
Sure.
Alrighty. So, a few days ago, specifically Wednesday of this week, we sat down and, well, Ronan sat down and typed out a decent sized list of topics we want to go over. Uh, I I want to say I typed out the same list. I got exactly 3 of the topics, and he got all of them before me. So I was like, yes, we'll just use his list because he's clearly better at this.
It's not that. I was going to say everyone generally has a good idea. The problem is whoever gets to that good idea first.
That's fair. I think it's whoever gets the good idea first and executes on it the best.
Yeah.
Example, VR chat, great idea. Metaverse, horrible idea.
Give me your data.
Give me all of your data.
Show me where you look at the advertisements. I want to see exactly how you do it.
Exactly what kind of hentai do you fap to?
I wonder if there is not safe for work ads being played on the metaverse right now.
I don't think it's like ads, but I think it's people like bringing an ad. So you know how in VR chat people like make, you know, character models and shit, and you know it's always some goofy
Yeah.
nonsense.
Yeah, you
People
can do that
obviously
with
made
others.
naked anime girls and shit. Like that was only a matter of time. I'm positive people are doing the same thing in the metaverse right now. Only since
Yeah.
there's 15 people in it, it's probably only like the one creepy guy.
Yeah. I want to make uh an actual like VR representation of my loadout because I play Boneworks a lot
Oh yeah.
and I think that would be fun. And you can upload your own avatar with their own stats and stuff like that, and it affects gameplay. For instance, if you're like really heavy, you're it's easier to like move bigger stuff around and stuff like that.
Boneworks. That actually sounds really badass.
Or Bone Labs, sorry, not
Bone
Boneworks. Boneworks
Lab.
was the first one. Bone Labs is the second one.
Oh, I've seen this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I play it for a little bit and then I'll stop, and then I'll play it for a little bit and then I'll stop. But I think that's how VR is for everyone.
I mean, yeah, like I've played Pavlov and stuff, which I've heard is like the low tier VR experience, which I completely believe. I've heard there's
No,
way better games.
I think Pavlov is up there with some of the best, honestly. Like
Really?
uh, game mechanics, what you can do. It's it does what it wants and it does it well. But there's certainly lower tier lists. Now, if you want to get like gory, you could play what's it called? I have it on here. Uh, and we'll get back to that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that Bone Lab. I've seen some gameplay of. I would like to play Bone Lab. I think that's cool.
Ah, that's
And
what it's called. It's called Blood Trail. There you go.
Blood Trail.
So basically, they took live crime scenes and then recreated it whenever you shoot somebody with a certain type of weapon. So I've blasted off faces with shotguns. I've put holes in people with 9mm and stuff like that. And it's very traumatic. So if you don't want to see that stuff, don't play it. And
Understandable.
crack, unlike crack, is also your health. So if you get low, you have to smoke crack.
You can't snort it, you gotta smoke it.
It's either crack or meth. I'm not very good on drugs.
I don't do drugs, I do airsoft. Do you think I have money for drugs?
Yeah, very good point.
Yeah. Alright, speaking of airsoft, we should probably actually get on topic now because we've been laughing our asses off for 10 minutes. Alrighty. So,
And it's filler.
yeah, it's fine. People come to podcasts for nonsense, so it's all good. So, the first topic on our list is what makes a good field, which I think is actually a good question because in Ohio, at least, you know, the cursed heartland of the U.S., there are some phenomenal fields and there are some remarkably shit fields, and I think everyone's played at least one of each.
Yeah. For me, I would say community first.
Absolutely.
You can have a really shitty field, and if you have shitty people to go along with it, it's definitely not going to make you want to come back.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely. I agree with you. The thing is, I think you kind of have to take community out of it because a good community can prop up a really bad field, and a really bad community can ruin a really good field.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like key example I-70. I've played with some really cool people at I-70 that I still talk to today. I-70 was a god awful field, and I don't care if Tim gets mad at me. It's true, and I'm gonna stick by my guns. Your field sucks, buddy. I don't want to run up that fucking hill again.
Yeah, I don't know if Tim is even alive anymore, to be honest with you, or if he even cares. So if you want to talk about it, I'm pretty sure he won't care.
Yeah, I don't care what he thinks anyway. But yeah, like, you kind of have to pull community away from this question, in my opinion, because otherwise it's like, yeah, a big fucking hole in the ground is probably a lot of fun for airsofters. I mean, shit, like,
Yeah,
we can have fun in our backyards if you just get enough of us together.
I would say just enough space, good layout, and changing it up every year or so. So a constant improvement.
I think that's all very accurate. I agree with all those points. Um, Me personally, I think trying to have a unique experience is also good because even if it's not, you know, the best unique experience, the fact that it's different is nice. You know, like a palate cleanser from other
Yeah,
fields. Like
yeah,
G2's original field with those bombed out, like, factory looking buildings and shit. That was cool, right?
yeah, but that would cost millions of dollars in order to build.
Oh, easily. That's why you know, do what you guys did and just wait for someone to sell their shit so you can just buy it up for cheap. Like, yes, give me the concrete.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if that will happen, but
Probably not, but you know, we can dream, right?
yeah, I know. I've been dreaming for a while now.
I will say this. I think something else that makes a really good field, and this is just me personally, is a little bit of verticality.
How much is a little bit?
Like a handful of two-story buildings. Like you don't need every single building to have like 4 stories and 3 staircases to fight. No, you just need a couple towers that allow for like machine gunners or snipers or whatever to kind of get a slight elevation so that the battle isn't just on one plane of elevation, you know?
Yeah, I understand what you mean, but you have to be really careful with that because it'll become a stalemate really fast.
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
if put in a position that's way too powerful with the right person, then it's going to become what a Milsim game would be, which is just we can't move until this person is gone. So
Right.
you have to ruck 2 miles this way or just stay out of range.
Yeah, I think the way Milsim games get around it is that, at Milsim West or some American Milsim events, you got like fucking technicals or something where it's like, yeah, the machine gun isn't going to do jack shit to it. You need someone with AT. And the AT guy isn't going to be sitting in the tower, he's going to be go attacking some position.
Yeah.
Brings a slight balance to it, if you will.
I'm not sure if Milsim events can ever be balanced, but
I don't think they're meant to be balanced. I think it's more about spectacle than balance.
yeah, because I feel like every single game that I watch of a Milsim event, it's generally Rust 4 that gets their ass kicked.
Yeah.
I've never seen a Milsim event where I've seen Rust 4 like actually being able to fight back.
I mean, I did see that one Jet Desert Fox video, but it wasn't Rust 4 kicking the shit out of Blue 4, it was Militia.
Yeah. What's the difference at this point?
Yeah, it's like, comrade, here is your Mosennagant. Like, shouldn't I get an AK-12? Niet.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm part of a Russian LARPer team. I can say that. But yeah, I'm of the opinion that Milsim games are more about spectacle than balance. Because if it was perfectly balanced, then both sides would have to have access to the exact same kit and the exact same everything. I don't like honestly a little bit off topic, but I don't think airsoft is inherently balanced, and that's just because everyone's different. Like I'm a decently athletic person. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I'm the fucking king of the jocks. I'm not. I'm a fat loser, but I can run decently fast and carry a decent amount of equipment. You get some 100-pound soaking wet emo kid, and you hand him a decently heavy rifle, his ass is gonna be weighed down significantly. So that's
Yeah.
already a massive disadvantage.
Yeah. I don't know. It's something that can be worked on. Balance is a make or break in some instances, especially in open plays.
Oh,
And I'm not
absolutely.
talking about balance like having the same exact players or stuff like that. I'm talking about experience and things of that sort.
Right. I mean, usually, at least in my experience, because I mean, hell, I've done this. Uh, if I'm at a field where one side is just shit stomping the other, and I'm on the side that is shit stomping, it's like, man, fuck this. I want to go have a fight. I don't want to have a slaughter, so I'll switch teams.
Yeah.
And it becomes a lot more fun because, oh, now I actually have to try for my kills.
Yeah, I would say that. I don't know. I was whatever.
No, I mean, I don't know. I still believe that airsoft and balance are inherently kind of very difficult to put into one basket because, again, you have all sorts of different people with all sorts of different levels of athleticism and quality of equipment and skill and everything. I mean, it even comes down to like what you had for breakfast that day. If you
Yeah.
had like a decent breakfast, you'll probably do way better than the guy who ate a fucking donut or a Monster Energy or didn't eat breakfast.
Yeah. I I mean I understand what you mean. It is hard to balance that.
Yeah. I think the way it's kind of struck is that you'll get a few players who are like really good, above the general or the average skill level, if you will, and those guys will go out of their way to pick fights with other good players, not like angry fights, but gunfights, you
Yeah, I
know,
know what you mean.
and they will swap teams or go push shitty positions to go have those experiences because they're there for the enjoyment of the battle more so than just the game itself.
Sorry, I'm looking at a 3D printed part. I'm trying to figure out what it's for.
Oh, you're
Um,
good, man.
oh, that's what it's for.
What are you looking at?
Uh, you know my microgun, right? And how I've been
Yes.
trying to get attachments on the barrels to make it so I can actually run it because of the reload mechanism and your danger slinky.
Oh yeah, that That thing's reload is so fucking stupid, in my opinion. You have to fucking look down the barrel and pour the ammunition between all four of them.
Yeah, it could be better. Um,
Could be. It should be better. Like, damn, no one figured out how to plug a fucking M4 mag into the back of it or some shit.
well, I mean, I understand why they did it that way. It's reliable, and I generally get all of the feed through it before I have to reload.
Oh no, I completely
Um,
understand that, but I just in my fucking tiny infant like insect brain, I'm like, you couldn't just have a hopper system in the back of it somewhere?
well, the entire system is just a giant motor, so.
Fair.
But yeah, I've been trying to figure out a way to get it, and I think I can attach 4 Bifrost to it. I'm just
What?
Yeah, I think I can attach 4 Bifrost to it. Right now, I have 4 noise amplifiers on the end of it, so it looks like a big golden dildo. Um,
You know what you
but
should do?
what?
You should like hook up a Raspberry Pi and a Bluetooth speaker to your micro gun so it plays Caramel Dancing every time you fucking start unloading on some guy or Neon
Eh,
Cat.
yeah, I was going to say Nancat would probably be better.
God, the disrespect would be unreal for whoever you gunned down with that. Motherfucker's going back to respawn. What happened? I don't want to talk about it. No, tell me. Some Pop Tart cat motherfucker. uh,
But yeah, we're getting off topic again.
it's fine. Speaking of off topic, the next topic we have here is motivation to keep playing. So I'll let you start that one off.
Um, I like people. I think people will always keep people from to keep coming back. New experiences, so if you can, buy a new gun, see what you can do with it. Um, Continuous learning experience would be one of them. So continue to learn. Um, Try to figure out how to become a better player, and that will keep things a little bit more interesting. I know airsoft can get a little bit dry. I think that would be the best word, because if you're doing everything all of the time, uh, same thing every single week, it can get really dry really fast. So
Absolutely.
to keep it interesting, always be out for a learning opportunity. Uh, Find new experiences or find a way to make old experiences new.
I 100% agree. The community is one of the big reasons that I'm like terrified of like getting a super bad leg injury and it's like, oh, you can't play airsoft anymore because it's like, fuck, man. You know, this is where all my friends are at. And
Yeah,
the new experiences, absolutely. I mean, even if you find one that you're not super fond of, like me personally, I'm not crazy about sniping, right?
yeah.
Like, I'll point to Caleb Tucker for an example. He loves to get the ghillie suit and get the sniper rifle and go hide in the bush and snipe some people. More power to him, right? That is not for me in the slightest. I would get so bored so quickly. Uh, DMR, however, I think that's way more interesting because you get to kind of push up like a rifleman, but your job is switched from you're gonna be, you know, kicking indoors with everybody to you need to find the snipers and shoot them.
Yeah.
Right? You're the countermeasure to that. That's super cool. Or support gunning, like I mean, you have a micro gun. You can attest how much fun that is to just lay down a fucking wave of hate.
I'm always scared that I'm going to overshoot someone because that motor is so loud that I can't hear anything when I'm firing.
I actually had the same problem with my RPK. The way I figured out how to do it is just like literally spray back and forth because at worst you won't hear them, but you won't be hitting them. You'll be
Yeah.
shooting around them, which still sucks, but you know. At least they're not getting, nailed 13 times in the chest.
Yeah, I tried to do like a little bit longer version of a burst, and that generally works to make it so, I don't kill little Timmy on his first day out.
Yeah. You know, getting ever so slightly off topic, I have like this weird question. Why do some people just fucking loathe, rentals or, first time players?
I don't know. Not everyone can be a figure for that, I would say. Some people might view it in a negative aspect because they might see it as someone that they have to babysit.
I
I
mean,
don't see it that way, but
I get that to an extent. Like I hate carrying people. Like I would much rather just, you know, play on even footing. But
yeah.
you can do some really fun shit with new players. Like one of my favorite things, I think I talked about this last time, get a shit ton of new players together and just charge somebody. You're all going to die, but you're going to at least, screw up the flow of everything for a few minutes. As people are like, what do you mean everyone on the left side died? I don't know, a bunch of rentals and some guy with a nice kit ran everyone down. Did they die?
Yeah.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't view rentals as, children. I view them as somebody who's going to be at the level of maybe a professional someday. So I treat them as a normal person that just needs a little bit of help. And that's all it takes is just a little bit of help. Just talk to him for a second. You got like 8 hours of this, so you might as well get them on the same footing as you right off the bat.
Yeah, or like, teach them some shit that's like super useful. And like, you can see a rental go from complete fucking noob to like average skill level in like 2 games if you just sit down for a minute and go, okay, do this. And it's like, oh wow, their skill level shot way up.
Yeah. It's important to, like I said, be able to learn, but if they're able to do it fast, that changes a lot of stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I've just never understood the people who are like, ugh, rentals, man. Like, dude, I wanna fight. I don't wanna deal with these fucking kids. Like, if they're that big of a deal, just, spray into them for a second on full auto. They'll all run away if someone isn't there to like marshal them forward.
Yeah,
They're like
but
goblins from D&D. If you got someone to, push them all in the right direction, yeah, they're a force to be reckoned with. But if you don't, they'll run at the first sight of everything going wrong.
I don't think so. I've seen rentals hold their ground pretty much in desperate situations.
Oh, I have
I
too, but I've seen them much more often run away from, a bad situation.
I saw this one guy who was running a Ronin T6. I don't think he was new, but he was just using iron sights. And he got more kills than me that day. Because we were running together and we were doing like a large left flank. And I watched him take out people from Camp Victory all the way to the outskirts of like the railroads. I was pretty impressed.
I
So,
mean, yeah, that's all skill level. I mean,
yeah.
kit matters so little in comparison to actually knowing what you're fucking doing.
Yeah, kit matters a little bit more once when you get into the actual firearms perspective. But right now,
Oh, absolutely.
you're if I step 6 feet back, I'm out of your range.
Right. I
Which is
mean,
why, you know, I view milsims as it's not really a simulation because a lot of the situations that you see is stuff that would not be happening.
oh, absolutely. I mean, I would say that the like CQB environments a little bit better at simulation because you're cutting down the distance and the travel time of the BB, so it's a little bit more realistic. But yeah, in the field games, you're not getting anywhere near a real combat experience.
Yeah, kind of sad, but oh
Yeah,
well.
I mean that's why I view airsoft as it's for fun. It's not for like, military training. Like if I wanted to go do military training, I'd go get like fucking sim rounds or some shit and go to like a proper flat range.
Yeah.
Train that way. I'm not gonna get that experience at airsoft. Like sure, the teamwork, absolutely, right? We'll get that all day, every day.
I think airsoft excels at manipulation more than anything and muscle memory. But if you're not doing the correct muscle memory, then you'll form bad habits, which will in turn make you a poor shooter.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like I know some people who like will sit in their room or some shit for hours and practice speed reloading, and then they get on the field and their adrenaline kicks up and the chaos is around them, and they can't reload to save their life, and it's like, dude, it's just chill out for 3 seconds.
I think that happens to me a lot more than I would say. My adrenaline will kick up. Like I remember my first day doing CQB at MK, and I played for 20 minutes, and I burned like 1,500 calories in those 20 minutes. I don't think I shot anyone. I think it was just me walking around, just trying to make sure I didn't get shot from someone from a dark corner, because I was taking things really slow.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta sometimes. Like if you're going, balls to the walls 24/7, you're gonna burn out. You're gonna exhaust yourself. Your skills are gonna go to shit immediately. It's gonna be painful. It's far better to take it slow sometimes.
Well, I'm not saying that I was good though. I was taking it slow. I was spooked
Well,
because
that's fun too. I like that.
I I was sitting there. I'm used to open fields where it's like there's a couple of buildings. I just need to watch those, and I just need to watch the grass for movement. At MK, it was like there's 37 different corners in this 10 square foot space. I'm
And
in
you have
trouble.
to watch all of them.
Yeah,
That's why I love CQB though, is because you find a nice dark corner in your all black kit and you just sit there for a second and some idiot walks past you and it's just like, all right, I'm gonna follow you somewhere and then kill everyone.
yeah, I'm pretty much that idiot. So
You're that. When MK Middletown opens up, we'll all have to go. Like get the entire community together to go. Give them a first good day, and you'll be like, man, Horus
yeah,
said that CQB's fun. I wonder where he is. You just feel a tap on your shoulder. Hey, buddy, you're dead now.
yeah,
Sink
yeah.
back to my corner.
They're saying that they're looking for a late November, which isn't that far away.
Oh yeah. My fear is that they'll try and have their first day during like explosive sunset, because like I'm not just saying this because you're here. I'm saying this because I love explosive sunset. I'm not gonna go to an indoor field for the first time over explosive sunset. You guys do that the weekend after? Fuck yeah, I'll show up and give you guys a great first day. But do not try and trounce my Milsim Light experience, dog. I'm there for fun. And goddamn, is it fun?
Um, yeah, that is something that I want to get into. A lot of the local fields seem to be wanting to do the same days, and honestly, I think that just kind of hurts the community.
It does, because you splinter everyone who like otherwise would show up together.
Yeah, I don't know. It, I've already talked about it on G2, and I was kind of shot down. Seems to happen a lot.
It's unfortunate. I mean, what I think all the local fields need to do is just get together and sit down and go, okay, all of us want to have a big event, right? So how about instead of trying to, undercut one another, we go, you do it this week, I'll do it this week, and you do it this other third week, right? And then
Yeah,
we all make a shit ton of money because we all just took fucking turns.
yeah, I know.
But no,
But
people
it
are
just,
stupid.
I don't know. A lot of talk about community, but when it comes to community, no one wants to talk.
I think when you get into the business aspect of it, it changes your priorities significantly because you're no longer just there for the community. You have to make a profit, or you lose your field, which is a pain.
Yeah, which is why I would be like, yeah, I need to work together with my competition to make sure that we're not separating everybody all at once.
Right.
Because if there's less people doing something at if everybody's having a barbecue, no one is going to be able to eat all of the food, if that makes any sense.
Right.
So if everybody's having a barbecue at the same time, no one's going to want to go to all the barbecues all at once.
Yeah, you're
But
gonna go to like
there's
the closest one or your favorite one and
yeah,
be done.
or the one that you already bought tickets to.
Exactly.
Um, and if everyone has a barbecue on separate days, even if it's within the same week, you're going to be able to go ahead and go to every single one of them because it doesn't
Because we
matter
love
how
barbecue.
yeah, it doesn't matter how tired you are at the end of the day. When you wake up for the next day, you're going to want to go to that event.
Yeah.
A lot of people seem to think that, oh, since I played this week, I don't want to play, tomorrow or something like that. I'm like, well, give yourself a minute, take a nap, eat something, and then decide. You might come in late, but you'll
You
still
won't come
go.
in. I can
Yeah,
attest to that actually, because I remember one weekend. This was before the whole shit show with I-70. I went to G2 for their Saturday game. Had a
yeah.
great time. I think you were there for that.
Uh,
I was
you'll
in
have
my
to elaborate.
I was in my black kit. It was in the summer. You were still part of Storm Company at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, so this was a while ago. But yeah, had a great time. And then the next day, I woke up kind of late and I went to I-70 for the back half of the game. Fun fact, I didn't actually pay for my ticket because no one was there to let me in, so I just wandered onto the field. Like, yep, I'm supposed to be here. You
I think
know,
that's what everyone does.
yeah, there was no refs or anything to like make sure that I had my wristband or some shit, so I just wandered on. Like, yep, I'm supposed to be here.
It's not like they were going to chrono you or anything.
No, they didn't. I walked on, and I mean, I was using my Masada, so it wasn't firing hot or anything. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was just no one there to be like, "Hey, do you have your ticket?"
Yeah. Policing is as policing does.
Exactly. But yeah, I went there with a new player to show him the ropes. I even told him like, "Look, this isn't as good a field as G2, but it'll show you the basics pretty well."
Yeah. And I don't know. We've already talked about I-70 and how it's toxic environment for new players. So,
Yeah,
uh, let's not talk about that again.
yeah, agreed. If anyone wants details, I made a video forever ago, so you can go dig that one up. It's the meme review. But
Yeah.
yeah. Back on the fun topics. How do we keep the game fresh?
Uh, kind of like with keeping airsoft fresh, you gotta look for new experiences, new game modes for sure, but keep the gold standard ones in the loop. You know,
Absolutely,
if you have tacos that everyone likes, keep selling those tacos. Don't just get rid of them.
absolutely,
See if you can throw in a few sliders after you know everyone likes the tacos.
exactly.
Um, but yeah, keep it new, keep it well balanced as much as you can, I would say. Take care of the dwelling, if that makes any sense.
Oh,
Don't
absolutely.
let it fall to shit.
I feel like that's a problem a lot of airsoft fields have is that like if a building starts to like fall apart, instead of like fixing it or tearing it down and putting up a new one that's pretty much the same in its place, they just let it rot and just become shit terrain, and it's like, it changes the field. Like, yeah, it does, but not for the better.
Yeah, but I don't see many people going into those buildings and using them because, yeah, I'll be able to get two people, but having a 2x4 fall on my back might ruin my experience a little bit,
Yeah, which is
even if
sad.
it is rotted.
Yeah. G2 does a good job of making sure their field's in really good condition. Fallen Warrior, rest in peace, did a good job for the most part. They had a few buildings that it's like, I'm not sure I should go in that.
Did you hear what they're doing with the company name now?
Yeah, it's a fucking like store, right?
Yeah, it's basically your food truck for airsoft.
Yeah, which I'm not gonna lie, kind of cool.
Yeah, I think that would be nice for any field. Yeah, it might eat into your profits, but if you just do a small fee for parking there, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
Like, people are still going to play, and if they have more fun toys to go play, good enough.
yeah. I mean, it sucks that the field shut down because it was a really cool field, but I understand why the guy did it. Evan, his name's Evan, right?
I don't know. I haven't been there forever.
Yeah. From what I heard, he wanted to spend time with his kids and uh, work on other projects, which it sucks because it was a cool field, but at the same time, I completely understand wanting to do that.
Yeah, family comes first, and it would be
Always.
kind of be kind of selfish for somebody who's just paying to play stuff like that to be like, no, you have to stay open. Um,
Right. And that's why I'm not sitting here like, oh, you should have stayed open. Like, if I want to be, a cold, cynical bastard, I could be like, he could have given it to his friends or sold it to someone. But then again, that's probably his backyard or some shit, if I had to guess.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they live on the property.
Right. So having some company run it, or having to organize with your buddies would probably be stressful.
Either way, um, companies come and go.
Yeah.
You
Some
either make
good, some
or
bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're just waiting for the bad ones to go.
Exactly. Lancer.
Sadly, it's like trying to kill a fly.
This just bastard moves every time you get close to it. It's like, ah, just
Yeah, it
hold
lands for
still.
like 1 second and then it fucking flies off. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah. There's like this weird armada of flies in my basement that I keep fucking murdering when I'm lifting because they're not like the typical like buzzy fly. They're like silent when they fly. And they almost look like moths actually, but yeah, they die super easily and they're tiny. And I'm like, man, I wish regular flies were this fucking easy to kill. Jesus.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
back on topic.
I'm sorry. It's just you mentioned killing flies, and my brain was like, "Oh yeah, we have a fly problem in the base."
It's a weird place to have a fly problem. You might have drain gnats.
I think that's what they are because they keep coming out of the drain in the basement. So
If you can, I mean, talk to someone to make sure that you're allowed to. Get a thing of boiling hot water, like a pot, and then just drain it down the drain.
oh
That'll
yeah,
get rid
that'll
of them.
fucking kill all of them.
Yeah, that'll get rid of them because
Yeah,
that's where they breed. Now you
exactly.
got me talking about drain flies.
I mean, it's interesting. it's Anyway. We should probably move
Yes.
on to the
Anyway,
next topic now because now our monkey brains are like drain flies. uh oh, here's a fun one. Opinion on mill sims. I think I've made mine very clear, but just to reiterate, they're for fun, and anyone who thinks they're for hardcore simulation is doing it wrong. You?
I think everyone should go to at least one Milsim event,
I agree on that.
but I don't think that everyone needs to go to all of them. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. That doesn't make you any better than anyone else and doesn't make you any worse than anyone else.
I
If you want to
100%
play
agree.
if you want to play Milsim and pretend that you're a better person because you were just out for 4 days in your ruck and decided to do absolutely nothing for those 4 days except for walk around and maybe get to shoot someone, then please look over what is required for what you think that you're doing and try to do that. I understand that there's ex-military that run Milsim, I understand that there's ex-military and ex-police force who go to Milsim as a way of therapy. I completely respect that. I have no problem with that. You've done enough. You should be able to relax and be able to unwind in any way you so choose. I think that's all I have.
I 100% agree. Like I've been to a few bigger Milsim events, nothing like Milsim West or American Milsim. I'd like to go to one of those. Those look like fun. But I've noticed that the ones that I didn't enjoy all had the exact same problem of you had this group of guys who took it way too seriously and got really overly anal about, oh, I'm an elite operator. It's like, dude, you're a fat larper like the rest of us playing pretend soldier in the fucking woods. Get over
Yeah,
yourself.
I don't like people who wear like the ranger bands and stuff like that, or the Green Beret uniforms, and then you find out that they can't run a mile or they can't go 50 feet without killing themselves.
Right. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
But then again, we talked about Ukraine, and I'm sure those people don't really care, or they have better things to worry about.
Yes, I'm sure. I mean, like there are dudes who are in Ukraine right now by choice. Like they want fucking murder for money. Hell yeah, brother, and they fucking flew over there to fight. Those are the kind of guys you should go talk to if you think you're fucking hardcore for going to Milsims. Like they will tell you some shit. Like I'm not gonna like sit here and be like, oh, I've interviewed every single soldier. I've talked to a handful of mercenaries. They have told me some fucked up stories, and I'm just like, yes, the depravity of man. Thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I mean, my brother knows a couple of people who went, but it's generally just people who want money.
Yeah.
And, if you're good at something, why do it for free?
Exactly.
Are you eating my oatmeal cream pie?
Oh,
You're eating my oatmeal cream pies?
he's talking to his GF.
Yeah, she's eating them. And she's trying to pretend that she's not. I
Sus.
may have headphones on, but I can still hear the crink. You have 3 of them? Oh, you have 2 of them. That makes it even better. I need to make these things last, lady.
Ronin's been betrayed.
Oh my god. I ate one Swiss roll. You ate all of them and left me one in the box. Okay.
Bruh.
Captain Diabito.
As a diabetic, I give you the diabetes pass. You can continue making those jokes.
Well, I'm dating her. I should be allowed to make fun of her diabetes.
Oh, she has diabetes?
Yeah, she has type 1 like you.
Oh, rip.
Yeah.
Ronan's the odd man out. Look at this fucking pancreas having motherfucker.
Yeah, this pancreas having motherfucker is going to make fun of you.
I'm okay with it. Anyway, so the future of airsoft, guns and such.
Yes.
Honest to God, I have no idea because it seems like for every good idea that comes out, like split gearboxes that make it like super fucking easy to work on them, or enhanced gas seals, or anything like that. It's like we get 3 or 4 really terrible ideas.
Um, I would say it's probably going to be AEG for sure because the AEG market has been booming on quality and making some really solid guns that can run up with HPA.
Oh, absolutely.
Um,
Like, I don't think anyone who runs HPA has a market advantage over anyone with an AEG that's tuned equally well.
it didn't used to be like that. It used to be HPA was king.
Oh, absolutely.
Um, but some of the AEGs that are coming out, like some of the stuff from Zion Arms or KWA or I mean even Crytek.
Or, I mean, hell, even like G&P or G&G or fucking SEMA even is like
Yeah.
cranking out some quality.
And if you want to spend some extra bucks, Lancer Tactical even has some stuff that could go up against, some of your high quality HPA engines. I'm not saying that's going to be on par, but it'll probably give it a run for its money.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like, hell, my Kythera, right? Like, I love my Kythera build. The only market advantage I feel I have over an HPA player is mine's dead quiet. That's it.
Yeah. So I think for certain players who are looking for certain loadouts, yeah, they're probably going to go for those over like a loud gas blowback or a loud AEG.
Yeah. I mean, those are
But
fun, though. Like,
but let's face it, the the specialty player is not the one who's making the company a lot of money. So whatever's
oh, absolutely
selling
not.
is going to do great. It all started with the ARP-9, and now everyone's making 9mm builds.
Right.
Like Zion Arms just came out with one. Lancer Tactical came out with one. Even GBB is starting to get into it because what is it called? Black Rain or Black Rain Ordnance, something like that. They just released a 9mm version of a gas blowback.
They did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is an odd question I have. Why is it that like 9mm ARs just became the fucking shit out of nowhere?
Uh, it's what's being made in the real world, I would say,
I mean,
because
yeah.
5.56 is expensive, and ATF has already put a lot of stuff on that to make it so you have to make a meme gun in order to make it legal.
Exactly.
Um, so I think it's that transition from actual shooter to airsofter because a lot of these things are replicas. So they're replicas of either military or civilian arms.
Yeah.
So if you have civilians buying PDWs and 9mm, hello Facebook, um, then I'm not sure how the airsoft market works with that because everyone makes their own thing. There is no ARP-9, but it's kind of based off of 9mm uh, M4, if that makes any sense.
yeah.
So the future of airsoft kind of lies between what gets bought, and people are buying 9mm left and right.
Yeah. I mean, I think it really depends on the player in question, right?
Uh-huh.
Because, like, me personally, and people make fun of me for it, and I don't care. For as much as I love my classic, woodstock firearms, I also love my near future looking shit. Like, I'll throw up a picture of my Kythera on screen, right? It looks like near future bullshit M4, right? You know? And I love that kind of shit. Other people fucking can't stand it, so they go get a woodstock rifle. And I think both of those options are completely fine, completely understandable, completely sensible. But it does make me wonder if in the near future, right? Because like every company's trying to put out like modern military slash near future ARs and AKs right now. Will we see this weird dip where people suddenly go, "Fuck it, I don't want rails, I don't want red dots, I don't want any of this bullshit. I want I want just a '60s AKM or an M4 with a built-in carry handle, right?"
Maybe it falls into like the fad trend because everybody wanted a M4A1 carbine, you know, like a standard Colt, but then it turned into like I want a M-Lock compatible or an H&K HK 416, stuff like that. And then it turned into give me an SRU system uh, built from a SCAR or a pink P90, stuff like that. Maybe it
So,
just falls into fads.
uh, absolutely, that's what I'm saying. Like, what do you think the next fad will be? Because I have this like strange feeling that it's going to be World War II to like '80s year, right? Like everyone's gonna try and get away from rails and red dots and shit like that.
Um, I think it might go a different direction. I think you're going to have stuff that looks similar to the CZ Scorpion. And then you're going to get a lot of stuff that's inspired by MP5s.
So you think SMGs are going to be the new fad?
Yeah, because if everybody's running, uh, or if everybody's spending money on high quality CQB builds, that might be a misrepresented trend of what people want. And I don't know about you, but the Japanese kind of have a weird way of picking out what works and what doesn't. Like for instance, the P90 just got a revive from two different companies, but I haven't seen one yet.
I think that's
The
because there's a clear divide in the Asian and Western markets.
Yeah,
Like in the US, it's all about fucking outdoors, mil sim, like rifles that can reach out to 300 feet, shit like that. But in Japan specifically, they like. Have you ever been to Underground Wars in Newark?
no, but I'm familiar with Japan's CQB.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Yeah, you're not allowed to run. Uh, I'm like, you can't run. Everybody's very polite,
Yeah.
and it's very close quarters.
Yeah, and then in America, it's very common to hear "fuck you" from the bushes before getting hosed down by pyro and MGs. Not because the guy hates
Pretty
you,
much.
but because he's your buddy and he wants to make you suffer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of the divide that some companies are trying to walk, where they have to make a gun that is, field legal in Japan, but also something that can be modified for us crazy Americans who, hurting each other as part of the game. Not severely, but just enough to bruise you up.
Yeah, and honestly, it's going to be about what works in the end. I think
Absolutely.
that's going to be set in stone about what's going to happen is about what works because what works is generally what your newer players will buy and what veteran players will preach about. Like your combat machines, those are still in stock and stuff because everybody wants one.
Oh yeah, it's
You got
perfect
SEMA
for building them
AKs.
up.
Yeah, you got the SEMA AKs. You got GMP. You got the G&Gs. Um, and then you have Crytek's, which, it's considered still to be like one of the top line brands to buy from. And then you have high kappas.
Yeah,
It's just what works and what doesn't.
yeah, and of course you have to take into account local metas, right?
Yeah.
Like, I know here in Ohio at least, it's a lot of there's like a clear divide. It's either your shit is made to absolutely wreck somebody at distance, or ooh, what's this? Oh yeah,
Saw that.
that thing's fucking cool. Hold on, I'm gonna pull this up. Yeah, this thing is cool. All right, like it looks stupid, but it's cool. I like this
Yeah.
thing. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, you see kind of a clear divide. You have like people with very clearly CQB guns and very clearly, um, I'm sorry, my brain is like melting. Very clearly field guns, right?
Yeah.
And people will take their CQB guns into outdoor field type games, but they're not doing it to snipe at somebody. They're doing it to go fight in like the urban part of the field or the really close quarters part of the field.
The forest, because, you can't shoot anything that's 3 feet ahead of you because
Exactly.
of the range.
Exactly. But then over in Japan, everything is this like super compact AR or SMG or something because again, tiny field, you can't move around very much, or
Very
you have
small.
to know the one farmer who rents out his backyard to the local uh, police academy or some shit to do training operations.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it'll just run into a fad.
Probably.
Yeah, and whatever works works.
I absolutely agree there. If I could say something truly blasphemous, I am not crazy about the whole 9mm fad right now. Like the pistol caliber carbine thing, if it's for you, more power to you, man. Do what makes you happy. Me personally, I mean, like there's like three SMGs I really like, and the UMP 45 is one of them, and the MP5 is the other.
Well, I mean, the only reason why I'm doing it is so I can go full auto. That's the only reason.
Okay, for that I completely understand. I've just never terribly cared to go full auto unless I'm using a support weapon.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. I mean, each their own type shit, you know?
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just checking something real quick.
No, you're good.
God, I hate this Discord server. Alright. Um, what is the next topic we have here? Are we excited for any new guns? Not that I can think of right now. What about you?
Uh, I'm hoping that the rumors are true and we're going to be getting a Tavor revive also.
Okay,
The
that I'm now excited for that because I think Tavors are cool.
Tavor was like the first actual airsoft gun that I had. I had like the Elite Force Tavor, and I also had like the Angel Custom or whatever it was. I think it was called like Angry Gun. I had like
Oh yeah.
the extension on it and stuff like that. And then one day I dropped it and I couldn't repair it
Oh,
because
pain.
it was like the first time I ever took apart a gun. So I tried to, but the whoever this person is, I don't remember your name, but you're a dick for uploading those two videos because you didn't finish putting back together the Tavor. Because like he took apart the barrel and stuff, and I got to that, and then he tried to put it back together, and he tried putting the barrel, and he went, "Oh well," and then the video ended. I'm just sitting there looking at him, just like, motherfucker.
You
I'm like,
absolute dick.
why did you upload it? So let that be a lesson. Make sure you look at the entire video before taking it apart.
Yes. Or do what I do and just do all the steps in inverse order like a jackass because, you're a stubborn fuck. But
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I hope we get a revive of sometime soon? I would really like to see AUGs get a complete revamp.
Yeah, I think the AUG deserves it. It's been a really long time since I've seen it get some love.
Yeah, because like my first like proper AEG was an AUG, and I still have my original AUG actually with me. I want to turn it into an HPA build and give it like a full length inner barrel instead of just that like 2 foot piece of shit inner barrel they give you,
Yeah.
right? And just turn it into an absolute DMR nightmare gun, right? Where it's like I can outrange most snipers on the field because I have this fucking meter long inner barrel.
Yeah. A
But
lot of the bullpups seem to be dying out. I don't like that.
I think it's because that a lot of them were built very poorly.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to licensing.
Well, that too, but I mean, like, think about it like this for a second. You can buy like an AUG or a Tavor and be cool and unique and get absolutely shit on by everyone who bought a basic bitch M4, and it
I
feels
think
awful.
I think the new flat hop Tavors that are being sold are okay. We have somebody who runs a Tavor at G2 and he seems to do all right.
Right, like if you can tune any gun to be an absolute ass kicker, like I mean, hell, my Masada, it does not shoot hotter than 300 FPS because it's my CQB gun. I can still take that thing out into the field and absolutely run fades with it. It's not hard. You just have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, but then again, I still have my Tavor in pieces. So
Rip. If you want, I should be going to G2 on the 5th. If you're there, give me the Tavor. I'll see if I can't piece it together.
that might be a problem because I'm like I don't know where all the pieces are at.
Oh,
But I can look for it. I'm
if
like it's not like in a box. I have a large tote that I put literally all my airsoft stuff in.
I understand. I can imagine you give me like half the pieces. You're like, yeah, if you can figure it out, like, thank you. It comes back to you just duct taped together, but functional. Like, trust, brother, it will work, just not well.
Just fed you. She sends me a text. Are you hungry? I'm like, I just fed you. You
Dude,
just ate.
that is me after dinner with my family. They'll be like, Jake, you've already eaten 4 pork chops. I'll be like, and I'm gonna eat a fifth.
Yeah.
You can't stop me.
You need that meat, you know.
I needs my protein. Yeah, brother. All right, we have another topic or two.
Yeah.
Oh, plans for the channels. Would you like to go first?
Uh, continued post memes and
Fantastic. I love it.
try being a little bit more consistent on gameplay vids. A lot of people like it. It seems like the last video that I posted, I got 20 new followers from it.
Hey, right on.
Yeah. I only need 5 more to reach 200, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm currently sitting at 173 subbies. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I really wish I had the time and the drive to like do YouTube more, but like I'm not sitting here saying I want to quit. I had no way I want to quit, but between school and work and just the absolute nonsense that's polluted my life for the better part of a month now, like it's been really hard to want to like sit down and do YouTube.
Yeah, it seems like things have gone to a small bit of shit, but that bit is rather annoying.
Yeah, I mean, and not to mention just how much of a fucking just hypocritical despot shithole YouTube has become at the top, where it's like, yeah, we'll allow you to show borderline pornography in some videos. However, if you show even, a fucking molecule of a firearm, demonetized, canceled, age restricted, deleted.
Yeah, that's the weird thing is, Instagram ended up like kind of like removing one of my videos. It was a reel, and it was just of me walking in the forest.
I remember seeing that through that like beautiful tunnel of trees.
Yeah, and there's no gun in it. Okay,
It's just you.
there's
Yeah, you can't see it. It's just you walking.
yeah, and I received like a written warning. I think that was this video, and I was just like, no, I'm denying that. Like I clicked on it, I was like, I literally typed out, no, you guys are idiots. There's nothing in here against you.
Yeah. It's sad because it's like like these platforms I thought were about community and letting people get together, and it feels more like it's just a bunch of power tripping dickheads who want to just sit there and go like, well, you may or may not like something that I find abhorrent, so I'm going to destroy you. And it's not even like anything like really bad. Like it's not like animal
Yeah,
abuse or some shit. It's toy guns. Oh
yeah,
no.
and I mean, no, that's the reel that I was talking about. But
I will pull it up right now and see if I can't watch it.
like Twitter,
Yeah.
for instance, Instagram is turning out to be Twitter, where it's only like 5 people are causing the problems, but they're causing it for everyone else.
Yeah, I played a few seconds of it, and like everyone who is seeing this right now, right? Because I'm gonna put it up if I remember. There's nothing here. I'm just gonna let the video play for a second. There's nothing here that would violate the terms of service on Instagram or YouTube or anything. It's just a very pretty part of nature. Like this is the kind of stuff that I would push to the forefront, honestly, because it's like, whoa, that's really fucking cool. But no, you've done something wrong. What? Good question. We don't know either.
Yeah, that's the thing is, I was sitting there, I'm like, well, you can see my backpack, and obviously you can see my helmet and you can see my hoodie, but you can't see my gun. Like, I do have Agilite K19 as like a tag. I do have KWA as tag, but they're just tags.
Yeah, doesn't hurt anybody. The other thing that I find funny is that I will straight up just post pictures of my gear,
Yeah,
like out and about. Nothing. Just not even a fucking glance from Instagram, but you walking in a forest. Nope, that's a problem.
yeah.
Some
I don't know.
bullshit.
It's always hit and miss.
You know what you should do? To fuck with them because you know it's like super woke, like weirdos who run these websites. You should put like fucking BLM or trans rights patch or something on your shoulder, so that if it gets taken down, you can accuse them of bigotry, right?
I don't know about that.
It's the gun to their head that makes everyone play nice.
Yeah. I mean, like, literally, when you have stuff on TikTok and it's a person basically making mustard gas in their toilet.
I
Like,
saw that.
yeah, I'm sitting there, I'm like, this stuff doesn't get taken down. But me walking through a forest, that's dangerous. You can't have that.
Dude, TikTok is so cursed to me. Like no cap. You will find all manner of people. There was one I found that I could not believe what I just saw. Like I actually had to put my phone down, let my brain recalibrate, and then pick it back up to see if like I was having a stroke or something. This woman, she was a pretty attractive woman. I'm not gonna say like she was gorgeous, but like she was good looking, right?
Yeah.
Standing in front of her phone, right? Strips completely naked and starts entertaining herself with a banana and a prophylactic.
Sweet. So it's the Twitch special.
Yeah, and I see this right, and I'm like flabbergasted. And then in the pinned comment was a link to her exclusive enjoyers page, if you know what I mean.
So OnlyFans, pretty much.
Yep, and there goes this video.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, it's
The
fine. I don't
banana
care.
prophylactic wasn't enough, but yeah, saying the word.
Yeah. YouTube, man. It's all fun and games until you say the one wrong word and then you're in trouble.
Well, I mean, I've done live streams where like literal bots will swarm my chat and post
The
like
N word.
links. No, not even that. It's just links to like webcam like shows and stuff like that. I'm like, I can't do anything about this. Like,
Yeah.
I'll ban them and more will show up. They just multiply.
It's like getting raided by 4chan. The best thing you can do is just lie down and wait for it to end.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like you're gonna get screwed up, so just let it happen and take a shower when you're done. Get the plague off of you, if you will. But yeah, like TikTok is so cursed because they have so many weird rules, but then enforce them so poorly.
Yeah, like I don't know. There's a lot of weird freaking people on that channel. Like I watched. I don't have a TikTok. I just find them. Um.
I have a TikTok. I use it
Yeah, I know
ironically.
you have a TikTok. You
You
you've
ingrate.
made that
You degenerate.
But I watched this one guy who he was an obese man,
Okay.
very fat, and he talked about how he's a genius because he turned his underwear inside out so he could wear them for another month.
What?
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's a pretty crunchy bit there.
Oh, that is nasty. What the fuck?
And I had to delete that off of my server, so you're welcome.
Oh, ugh. Ugh.
You called it treasure hunting or dungeon crawling. It's more of dumpster diving.
It's
I get a lot of shit.
dude. That's
That
not dumpster diving. That is septic tank scuba diving.
that's poop poop slushy. That's what that is.
That is poop slushy. Oh, that's disgusting. You know what's sad is that there's also some really inspirational shit on TikTok. Like I saw
Yeah.
this one video where there was this like morbidly obese guy, and he was like, this is day like 16 or some shit of my weight loss journey, and I have two new abilities. I can get up by myself, and I can dangle for a few seconds from this beam in my house. And I'm like, fucking go, King. Let's go. That is awesome. Keep up the good work. That's incredible, right? Someone who's actually improving their life for the better.
Yeah, there is like really cool stuff that you can find, but there's also like all cops are bastards stuff like that.
Which is like provably false. Like, dude, I've been pulled over by cops who like probably should have shot me because of how much of a dumbass I am, and they just let me go. Just, just they didn't want to do the paperwork, or they just didn't want to fuck me over or something, and they were just like, meh, go home. Like, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I remember I said this to a coworker of mine. It's not about the 100 cops who do everything right. It's about the one guy who does everything wrong. And that's who gets fixated on.
Yeah, it's always the rotten egg that gets more attention than the 12 dozen eggs that are perfect.
In every conceivable way, yeah. Like, I remember I said this to one of my friends once because they were freaking out. I'm like, okay, do you want to know what the news would be if we covered topics of, like, the average? Like, what is the most average thing that happened today? It would be about some guy who got up, had breakfast, went to work, came home, and, nothing went wrong his whole day. The greatest inconvenience he had is when he sat down for lunch and he asked for a Coke and they asked if Pepsi was okay. That was the highlight of terror in that man's life. And it didn't affect him at all because it's not a big deal, right? But that's boring. So we fixate on, this guy's fucking femur exploded. Why? We don't know. Will your femur explode? Find out more at 11.
Yeah, talking about TikTok, Point Man just posted some in memers on G2, and I'm not watching that, but
you know what? I'll take the dive. You said memers, right?
yeah.
Oh wow, this has been very much changed. All right, memers. All right, let's see how bad this is. Okay, it's nothing horrible. It's just someone with a very, very unfortunate birth defect, just dancing around having a good time. It's
Okay.
safe. You can go in.
Yeah, I'm not going in still.
I'm not.
Like, it was posted, but I think it was more because Point Man is making fun of her than.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, like, to be fair, if you're on TikTok, you deserve to be made fun of, myself included. I've posted some cringe on TikTok.
Yeah, I know, and then you posted it on Instagram, and I had to look at it.
I'm sorry. I thought it was funny, okay?
Okay.
I still deserve to be fucking shot for my crimes, but I thought it was funny.
Alright, what's the next topic?
We are out of topics.
Oh, that's it?
I mean, we can just talk about our shit if we want. I don't know.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Probably. That is lovely. That is amazing.
That's Ford.
I love it. I do have a question that I like to ask most airsofters because I think this is an important question to ask, right? What would be if, like, stripping away politics and money and, chaos that would be brought about from this, if you could go anywhere in the world, right, and play an airsoft game with, no worries of, like, getting sick or getting shot or, anything like that, just all the barriers to playing airsoft in this location stripped away, where would you go play airsoft, or would you have a huge event?
Hmm. I need to think about this one. So malls are always like, I think, top tier experience
Oh,
because
absolutely.
you had that length, but you also had the CQB.
Yes,
But
indeed.
if I were to be total idiot, I would
Hmm.
probably say at a manufacturing depot.
Really?
Yep, I would love to play airsoft at work. That'd be great.
Okay, that is actually kind of a good idea.
That'd be awesome.
It
But
would be. You get to use all the cool shit as cover.
but a lot of people, I don't know. I I think malls would be cool. I think like manufacturing outlets would be awesome too.
I agree. Hear
Just
me
makes
out
you
though.
want
I understand. Have you heard of this ginormous underground cave system in like Vietnam?
No, but that sounds scary
It
because Vietnam has spider walls.
it does. But yeah, it's this giant underground cave system, right? And it has its own microclimates and shit, and its own underground lakes and rivers and shit. Like it's literally the Underdark from fucking D&D or some shit, or the Mines of Moria. It's insane.
Yeah.
I would love to go play airsoft in some shit like that. Just this,
Airsoft in caves hasn't been done yet, so
it
why
hasn't.
not?
Just this enormous cave system. I think it'd be so cool to play down there because it would be like, a once in a fucking existence kind of experience deal, right?
Yeah.
Like, would it be dangerous? Yes, but we could like, put up like safety nets or some shit. I don't know. Would it
Uh,
be memorable as all fuck? Oh yes.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd be the guy who fell off the cliff and ruined it for everyone, but
I mean, possibly. I feel
I
like
know.
that
I'll
would be
be on
me more so.
CBS. I'll be on CBS. I'll do that.
Dipshit airsofter dies after falling off 1,000-foot drop underground in cave.
Yeah, we need suicide nets.
We need suicide nets. You know what else I think would actually probably happen for an event like that? Everyone and their mom would be wearing a fucking camera just to capture every little thing that happened. So you wouldn't have the cheater problem because everyone's on fucking CCTV.
Yeah,
Just
but that's the
instantly.
weird thing is like a lot more people are wearing cameras, but we still have this cheater problem, which is weird.
I think the unfortunate reality of it is that no matter how many safety nets and how many rules and admins you have, someone is going to be a dick and just not call it, or they're not going to feel it, or, you just miss. Like, I've been reviewing some footage from when I played at Underground a few weeks ago, and I'm getting ready to post the TDM footage, and I'm starting to notice, like, I think I got hit here, and I didn't realize it because I got shot in the helmet or something, right? And it hit a patch, and I just didn't hear it. Which, you know, like, I feel bad about because I should have called it, but I didn't know. So it's like, can I really blame myself?
Yeah, it's
I may be stupid. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, it falls under that.
Yeah. Like, I think that's just a sad part of airsoft in a nutshell is that sometimes you don't feel it. Other times you don't realize you got hit. Like I was reviewing the footage. If I remember, I'll put up the little bit of it. I am 99% sure I shot this guy in the fucking chest. I think I hit a loose part of his clothing, or I just shot under his arm or something, and he didn't realize it. And I don't think that makes him a cheater. I think that just is part of the game.
Yeah.
I think they're inherent to the hobby and the sport, and the best thing we can do is call it out when it happens and apologize if it wasn't intentional, right? And if it was
Yeah.
intentional, you gotta remove the guy from the field.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like like I said last time, it's I don't think there's as many people um
Cheating, as others say.
Yeah. I don't think it's cheating. I just think it's strange.
Sometimes you don't realize it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, everyone says it, and myself included. We don't always practice it, but you got to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you missed. Maybe you hit a tree branch. Maybe he didn't feel it. Like that's why I'm kind of thankful for sniper channels who will like have the scope cam right, and you can see the BB sail, and it hits the guy in like a loose strap of his gear, and it's like, yep, there's no way he felt that. So rack another round and fire again, right?
Yeah.
And since you're only firing
And
the one BB, you can trace it really easily and figure out, okay, you know, this is what happened.
yeah, not every gun hits the same.
Oh, absolutely. Like my Masada doesn't hit nearly as hard as my RPK.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I'm using the Masada, I usually have to shoot someone like 3 or 4 times sometimes before they realize they've been shot. With the RPK, you know pretty quick because it's 100 BBs very, very quickly and they're still coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's a, I think that's a good note. It's not actual cheating; it's just part of the game, and you know people make mistakes.
Yeah.
We're all human. We all fuck up. Anything else we want to talk about, or
I'm going to be running my new helmet for now on. I think everything's done that I need to get done.
hey, nice.
Yeah. Too bad I was really shy last game. And the only photo people got of me is of me falling down or me just standing.
Just the wild Ronin caught in his natural habitat. Camp victory.
Yeah, pretty much. I think I fell down 3 times that day. Like
Understandable.
the last one was fucking rough.
You know, there is somebody who probably has footage of me doing something really fucking stupid at the last game at fucking um Fallen Warrior. I keep forgetting the place's name because there was a good number of guys wearing cameras. And I'm
Yep.
not gonna lie, my greatest fear is that someone will have a fucking image of me like taking some really fucking weird looking lean trying to engage somebody somewhere, and it's like, what the hell is this guy doing?
Those are the best shots though. That's how you get the kill.
It is. And you like invert your spine to make sure you get the one guy.
Yeah, as Trippy described it, Ronin, you look like a Halo 2 Jackal right now. I'm like, yep.
Huh?
That's when we played on the paintball side. You can't shoot anything unless if you duck under all the trees. It's
Mm-hmm.
I saw somebody and they were wearing a red shirt. I'm like, well, this red shirt's gonna die. Let's get it over with.
The irony is palpable.
Yep.
Hey, buddy, do you like Star Trek?
Yeah, you ever seen Star Trek? Ever seen what happens to the guy who wears the red shirt? Well, if I got a surprise for you, you get to
Experience
participate.
it.
I was running the microgun that day too, so I'm pretty sure I hit him a couple of times.
Absolutely dabbed on.
Yeah, sorry, Wilbur.
Rip.
Yeah.
You know, I remember this one time. I kind of feel bad about this, but at the same time, I really don't. This little kid was running up with a bunch of other guys, and I laid into him with my RPK. And I don't think I hit him too many times, but I do know that the crowd parted as I had launched a good few BBs, and he was right in the path, and I was like, oh no. Just.
The little ones must suffer.
Yeah, because it's like there was nothing I could have done. I was aiming for all the guys running at me, and when they moved, I saw who was behind them, and I was like, I already let those like 20 or 30 BBs go. Thankfully, I don't think too many hit them. Most of them landed in the guys behind them because they're aiming at like chest level for like men, not boys.
Yeah, I felt bad because I'm pretty sure I laid into a little kid last game. Pretty sure I shot him in the face like 20 times.
Mm.
Because I usually aim for the chest, but if you're 5'4", then that's chest level.
Right.
Um,
You know,
so
when you're a child, you're short and
yeah, and it sucks. Um, I just I laid into it because I was shooting through brush, so I was using my Tekken 45, so I just went full auto for a quick bit. And he just goes, hey, hey, hey. I was just like, I'm sorry. And then someone goes,
pain.
someone goes, God damn it, Andy. I'm like, who's Andy? I'm like, who's this guy who's like fucking blasting children?
All right, tell me, have you ever been like running through a hallway like blowing people away in CQB and suddenly you get taken out and you're not sure who shot you and you look down and it's the fucking kid's birthday party and you're like, God damn it.
I mean, I did have a similar experience, except it was meme police who got me.
Oh, I love
Uh,
Meme Police. He's
you
great.
know that red building that's off to the side of Camp Victory?
I think so. It kind of looks like a schoolhouse almost, right? Or is it a
It's
barn?
it's just a red like red square.
Oh, the red square building. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I went off to the side and I was able to get, I think I got 6 people from just going in slow. And I got shot in like my hip. And I just went, ah. Because I thought I got everyone. I got Mater, I think I got Concerned Asian. And then just a couple of random people who I didn't know. And I get shot in the side. I'm like, what the fuck? I could turn around and Meme Police is just holding up his little HPA high kappa. I'm like,
Ah.
motherfucker.
That's why I love Main Place, is because everyone else is there and, you know, their fucking super operator kit with their elite rifle. And then Meme shows up in cargo shorts, a Hawaiian shirt, and a fucking high kappa. And he just takes names.
I think he got a couple of people with a shotgun, but I'll have to review the footage. It's just the brush is so high that you can't really hit anyone if they're ducked down. That's the part that
True.
sucks.
That is the unfortunate part about Camp Victory is like the urban area. Oh my god, dude, it's so much fun. The forest area is so thick. It's brutal.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go around asking them to cut down trees. We just need more buildings instead of brush because it becomes a range match uh, for anyone outside Camp Victory. Because people on the outside don't have to worry about hitting brush, but people on the inside have to,
Right.
shoot through it. And a lot of the people are going semi only, so you have to waste like an entire mag if you want to at least get through it.
Yeah. I don't think you guys need to like cut down a shit ton of trees because the issue isn't the trees, honestly. The trees help because they're cover. The issue is like the thick entangled bushes, right?
Yeah.
Because you know you're if you want to move, you either have to do it on the exposed pathway where you're an easy target, or you have to maneuver through a thicket, right? And that's where the issue is. And sadly, I don't really have a solution for the whole thicket problem other than like I guess like set it on fire or something, but that's a really terrible idea for innumerable reasons.
Yeah, let's not do a birthday surprise.
Oh, it's a boy.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't know. I'm trying to think because like Camp Victory is a great field. I'm just like there's
It's,
definitely improvement can always be made to everything, no matter how
yeah,
perfect it is.
just need to figure out a way to where we can get it. I think off to the right of Camp Victory, there's a lot of space that isn't being used that could probably be used because no
Yeah,
one goes that way.
yeah. If like you could expand the town out more, and then you could have like a really good big urban area.
Yeah, where people could hide in and uh, it could actually be a nice place for cover and stuff like that.
Yeah, that would actually be really good. I'm
I
trying to
think it was a
think.
little bit off-putting because like the first day, like when everyone opened up, no one played in Camp Victory. Everyone was fighting in the woods.
Yeah, because we didn't realize just how thick the woods were.
Yeah.
And like I remember when I went for that first day, I had a little bit of heat stress because I didn't eat breakfast and didn't drink enough water, like a dumbass. Fixed it real fast, so no fears there. But I remember the most fun I had was right before I had the heat stress attack when we were pushing into the city. That was a lot
Yeah.
of fun. And I'm like, you guys need to capitalize on that, right? Because the forest, no hate towards the forest, it fucking sucks. I don't want to fight in the forest. I want to fight in the city.
Yeah. And I think I didn't really play that day because I was trying to sell patches. Um,
I still need to get one of those patches from you. Those things are fucking great.
yeah, a lot of people do. I had a lot of people tell me that they wanted to get them and never show up. So, um,
I'm kind of a dumbass. That's probably why I didn't get one yet.
no, it's not you. It's just, I bought as many as Demand wanted, and Demand never showed up. So, I had a lot of people messaging me about them and stuff like that. But
you got to get like a megaphone next time you're at the field and be like, all right, here's the patches, $5, $10, however much for it. I'm over here, right? And people will just
actually,
flock.
I'm like, I actually have them on me all the time. They're in my
Oh,
pack.
perfect.
So, guys, if you got money and you want to buy one, just let me know. I
Approach
have
me in
them
the
on me.
middle of a gunfight.
Yeah, do that. I don't care. I'll put 20 bucks in my admin pouch. It's fine.
That's legendary. Uh, all right, we have a solid hour and a half of us shooting the shit, having a great time on the podcast. I think this is a
Yep.
pretty positive note to end on. What say you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right on. So, thank you all for watching. If you would like to support either of us, I will have Ronin's channel and Instagram linked in the description below. Obviously, go subscribe and follow him. Subscribe, follow me, Instagram, YouTube, Patreon. If you have money that you don't want, I will take it and give it a good home. I promise. Show up to Operation Explosive Sunset in November. I will do my best to be there. Ronin, will you be there?
Yeah, I'll probably be there. As long
Sup-
as it doesn't get too cold. I hope it does.
Super based. So yeah, provided it doesn't get too cold, you'll see us there. Um, is there anything I'm missing?
No.
Oh, and Ronan has given us our fantastic sign out meme video. Thank you, good
Yep.
sir.
Hacia atrás y con mucho cuidado, vean.
Oh God.
There you go.
Thank you so much. God, the look of pain on his face.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, show up to Explosive Sunset.
Or I will
Spend
steal your
money.
pancreas.
Make sure to get tickets in advance. That way G2 knows how much glizzy to bring.
Yes.
So we don't run out.
Yes. If I remember, I'll bring a Titanic glizzy to cook over an open fire or something. It'll be funny.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all for watching. Have a fantastic day.